Hello everyone. About 15 hours ago, the video game Hatred appeared on Steam's Greenlight, and about 3 hours later it was then pulled off Steam's Greenlight. When asked about why they pulled the game off Steam, Valve responded with, well, based on what we've seen on Greenlight, we would not publish Hatred on Steam, and as such, we shall be taking it down. Now, whether or not you think this game, Hatred, is evil, malicious, cruel, or just a sparkle of sunshine, Valve should not have pulled this game from Steam. And while this game is probably nothing more than a glorified murder fest, it is not Valve's decision to decide what we as consumers should and should not be exposed to in terms of functional content. By all means, pull a game off Steam if it is buggy, if it doesn't work, if it is incomplete or falsely advertised. You are then protecting your consumers from shady business practices, and that is commendable. But Valve is not the Australia of video game digital distribution, deciding that we are not mature enough to decide what is good or bad for us. And for reference, there are a lot of games out there which include some of the most glorious things and unsettling circumstances. A few examples of this could be in the Grand Theft Auto series that has recently come under fire for being more of a glorified murder simulator where a player can go around killing innocent civilians to their heart's content. Or what about Postal 1 and Postal 2? Which are essentially in the same context of this game, where one would be unleashed upon the world to wreak untold amounts of misfortune upon a digital population. Or needless we forget the glorified game called Manhunt, which for the longest time received harsh criticism for its depiction of murder. And just recently, a game on Steam named This War of Mine places you in a survivor situation where you have to do whatever necessary to survive. A game that shows the harshness of war and even has a scene where a soldier is about to rape a female who is just looking for shelter. These are games that currently exist on Steam, and at this moment, they all get a pass. So what is the reason Hatred, as violent as it is, was pulled from Steam? Is it the murdering? Well, that can't be the case since a lot of the games that I have mentioned have murder. Maybe the context of the game where you are essentially playing as the bad guy. Well, Grand Theft Auto isn't exactly letting you play as the hero. And Postal, for all my context and understanding, is the exact same thing as this game. No, what this is a prime example of Steam overreaching and abusing the power that they hold. They may be the gatekeepers of PC gaming, but that does not mean that they are infallible. What they are doing now is a mistake, and they are treating their consumers as if they are children and deciding what is good or bad for them. If the game was buggy, then fine. If the game was broken or falsely advertised, then fine, by all means pull the game off Steam. Even if the developers threatened to kill Gabe Newell with a dumbass tweet, then fine. But there is no reason to punish a developer who seems to have a fully functional game because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Anyway, this is Vito, and I think I'm doing better now hiding my accent. And Valve is just making terrible mistakes. They really have to watch out more.